Hi, folks. Hi, folks. How are you all doing today? I'm back again with a new app, right? Where we will be creating image cropper tool. Okay, we can crop the images using this app. Okay, it's a very simple app. But yeah, why are we creating this? The main purpose of creating this app is for you to understand few more components and the implementation of those components. Okay. So yeah, let's quickly get started. I'm just renaming this as crop image. And then, so let's just choose some background color. Okay. I think I like this green. So let's use green color. And we can change the vertical alignment from center to space around. Okay. So yeah, I think on the screen, this is enough for now. And now let's just take image container because we just want to crop image, right? So definitely we need image. So one image. Okay. And then, yeah, so if you want to click a picture and then crop it, right? So you can actually take this camera component also. Let's do it something like that. So camera component is an invisible component. So I'm just adding it in the invisible component section here. Okay. So you can see it over here, right? So let's go back to this crop image screen. Right? Now we have the camera component for clicking the picture and we have image component to show the picture there. Okay. So, but yeah, not showing is enough, right? We should have some tool, uh, some sliders to crop the image also. Okay. To set the size of the image, right? Width and height of the image. Okay. So let's do something like that now, right? So to do something like that, first thing, if you want to set some image within height, right, you can absolutely set the image within height on this one also. Okay, so let's say I would just like to set it the height as 300 and the width as 300. Okay, of course, for now this is empty, right? Let it be empty only, the image container. Whenever you click the picture, automatically it will show it. Okay, so that's why. And then, so just below this, shall we add a component column? So I'm just adding a column component below the image. Okay. So for the alignment, it will be very simple and easy, right? So that's the reason. And I want my column component height to be fit contents. Okay. And then the vertical alignment to bottom. Okay. All the elements will try to be in the bottom. Okay. So I think this is all we can do on the column now. And then I would just like to add a row. Column is for the vertical alignment, we know this, and row is for the horizontal alignment. So I'm just getting a row and I'm placing it inside the column basically, right? So let's not change anything on this. I will just, I actually want a label now. So I'm just taking a label and placing it inside the row. So carefully take the components and arrange them properly. So and then I also need a slider component. So I'm just getting the slider from here and placing it below the label. That's it. So below the label means, of course, it will not go below the label because row means it is for the horizontal arrangement of the components. So one beside the other, these two things are aligned. Okay. So on the label, what I want to do, I just want to display this as width. Okay. This is for width of the image. So that's why I'm writing width. And then I want the font weight to be in bold. So I'm just writing bold, and color, I want a dark green color. So I'm just changing this to dark green. Okay. I don't know why. I just want everything to be in the same color palette. So Now, so instead of giving the width is 90%, like you can see, it is just like crushing the width thing. Okay. So instead of giving 90, I would just like to give 85 so that it gets some space out, right? Also, let's just give some margin left, 5 pixels is enough, I think. We need some gap, right? On the margin right also, I will give 5 pixel gap so that it doesn't really stick to the edges and all. Okay. So yeah, if you want to give borders, definitely you can give borders, right? You can give minimum track tint color, maximum track tint color. Like minimum is the whenever it is going here, and maximum is here, right? So let's just change this to maybe yellow, maximum as red. Okay. So thumb tint color, like this thing on the this thing, you can change it. So you can change it to orange color maybe. So yeah, minimum value and maximum value also we have to give. So I'm just giving the minimum value of the slider as 10, okay, and maximum value of the slider as 300. Beyond 300, it can't go, okay. And value is 5. This is the default value. Step size is 1. That means this is the counter. So when you move the slider, like 10, 11, 12, 13, like that it goes, okay. So I hope this is done. So let's duplicate this row. Okay. So let's click on the row first. Change this row as width row, width row. Okay. And I'll duplicate this one. So we'll change this one as width label. Okay. And the slider as width slider. So renaming the components will make it easy for you to do the things, right? So on the wait a second, on the width, what exactly I'm doing on width row 1, right? We'll just want to rename this as height row. Okay, so I'm just changing this as height row. Okay, then this label will be height label, height label. Okay, and instead of width you can just say height. On the slider, basically we'll just change this as height slider. To change the height, we are using this one. Okay. Slider is a component which is used to change the values. Okay. So we have already understood about the slider component in the app development classes. So if you have not been checking out my series yet, please do go back to my channel, Folks Hub. There we have a slider component. We have understood what exactly a slider component do. There's also a project called as RGB Colors, I think, in the app development. So do check out that project. You'll understand more about slider component. Okay. And this is just the same slider component we are using here also in Thunkable. Okay. So I hope this is all clear, and the height row, width row we have created and we have put it inside the column. Okay. So what happens is when you click on the camera and when you click some picture, right? Then you can change the width and height and you can crop the picture. Okay. So basically image cropping tool we are doing. For this, we definitely would need some coding, right? Let's see. When, okay, for clicking the picture, we need a button, right? We forgot the main component. Oh my God. Okay, so inside the row, I mean, inside the column, we'll just place this button component. Okay, right, perfect. So this button will be photo button because we will be clicking a photograph with this. So photo button. So I'm just writing take picture or take photo, right? Take photo. And then you can change the background color. So I just want to change the background color to a light green background. Okay. And then text color would be dark green. Perfect. Let's scroll down, change the font bold, font italic, raised. I don't know why. I would just like to give these things. I I really like them. Width, I'll give borders also. I like it. So I'll give 10 pixel radius. Color, I'll say dark green. Style, I'll say solid. Okay. So these are the basic, normal, usual things we do, right? I don't know why I like this style basically. That's why I just choose the same style for most of my things. But yeah, it's absolutely up to you if you want to do all of this or no. Okay. So yeah, this is all my style thing. Now let's go back to blocks. So whenever, okay, let's rename this button so that we do not have any confusion. Yeah, photo button, we renamed it. Nice. So when photo button click, right? When photo button click, so we have to actually take the picture now, right? So we have to take our selfie. So we have the camera component, click on it. You can call this, call camera once take photo, right? Don't worry, when you see the block here it will be small. When you drag it, then it will become bigger in size. Okay, so you can absolutely use this. Now whenever you call this function take photo, what happens is it will click a picture and it will store the output in this green color photo element over here. Okay, so this will carry the output of your uh, camera component, right? So and then if the user said cancel, like he don't want to click a picture, then did user cancel will have that output like yes or no thing, like true or false basically. If there is any error, if any error occurred, that will be inside this error block. Okay. Now, where do we want to store the image? On the image component, right? So I would just like to change the image name also because to avoid the confusion, photo image. I'm just writing photo image because this is the photo and this is the image component. So that's why. So set photo image picture to, okay, the photograph which is captured, right? That's why I'm just getting that and I'm attaching it over here. You can drag many number of components from this, okay? So it's like you will get unlimited number of components from there, okay? So if you don't want them, you can delete them from the bin, right? So now when photo button is clicked, we are calling camera one's take photo component to take the picture, and that picture will be visible on the image container which we have created, right? So now we have set the picture there. We also have to crop. That means when slider value change, right? So with the slider, click on with slider and get when with slider on value change. That means when you're changing the value, and the value which you have given will be inside this value component. Okay, now what do you want to do on the photo image component? You would just like to set the photo image width, right? So I'm taking this one, set photo image width to value, whatever is the value it will set it to that value. Same thing we can do on the height slider also. So what I'm doing, when height slider on value change, set photo image height to, okay, height to value. So you can delete this and you can add this. However, is the same, okay, no problem. But I'm just being safe, right? So let's right click on the screen. Let's click on clean up to clean up the blocks, right? So this is all for our cropping tool we need, right? Let's just click on this and check if this works out or not. Okay, for now you have the width, height, and take photo, right? So this is happening because we do not have the image component here yet, right? Once the image is set, then this will adjust itself in the bottom, okay? So I'll just click on take photo. Yeah, so it took the photo now, right? Okay, I think we have to change the image thing, right? So like it's not getting the gap on top, there's no margin. I think we'll just adjust the column a little bit, right? The style is not good. So just click on this column 2, sliders column. Height we gave fit contents and width we gave fill container, right? So vertical alignment bottom. This is good only. Then how about the image component? So image component, let's give margin top 20 pixels. Okay. Margin bottom 20 pixels. Right. So I think this should work. Also, I'll give the border so that you can actually differentiate between the things, right? So I'll just give 3 pixels radius. Let's give the color a dark green color. I think this is enough now. Now let's check what exactly is happening. Okay. So let's click on take photo. It will take the picture. Yes, it's taking the picture. Now it has, yeah, now it looks good, right? It has some margin on the top and yeah, it looks pretty. Now, whenever I just change this, you can see the image width and height are changing. Okay. So let's suppose I want to put this as the image width and height if you want to change. See, the height is changing. So let's suppose you want to keep this much. Okay. So this is all. You can just crop it, right? Now we are able to change the width of the image. We're able to change the height of the image also. Okay. So this is all we can do on the cropping tool. And I hope this session was informative and you learned something about sliders and some design elements, right? Camera component, which will take the picture like this, right? Which will click a picture and some stuff like that. Okay. So I think we have not changed the row things, right? So the row style, yeah, the height we gave fill container, that's how it is filling the container. Let's change it to fit contents. Okay. On the height row also we'll do the same thing. So let's change this to fit contents. I was just thinking what exactly is happening on this. So let's check it now. Check it out now. Oh my God. This is this is worst, even worst now, right? Okay, better, better. Now it got applied. So what shall we do is on the height row, I'll give some margin so that we can give manual spacing also, right? So I'm just giving 10 pixel top margin, right? And 10 pixel bottom margin on the height row. On the width row, I only will give you, I only will give top margin because bottom margin, so I mean, on the height row, we already have the top margin, right? That's why I'm not giving the bottom margin for the width row because both will have margins and then you'll get 20 pixel gap unnecessarily, right? So we don't want that to happen. That's why. Okay. On the button also, I'm just being on the safer side. Let's give bottom margin on the button. So is this the button? Yeah. So button, I'm just giving 10 pixels. Here I'll just give 5 pixels only because it already has 10 pixel bottom margin on the height row, right? That's the reason. Okay. Now let's just click on live test and check. Don't worry, for the first time if it doesn't apply, then you can check it on the second time. Okay. You can just recheck it, right? Now you can see that you have the things, right? On the width slider and height slider also, we can just change the width also to 70% of the screen because it's very clumsy. It looks very clumsy, so we can change this. Now let's click on live test and check. For the first time, if it's not applying, then we can again recheck. I think it's applying the things. We can still give the left margin because width and height are actually um, not having the gap, proper gap. So on the width label, I will give right margin as 5 pixels. On the height label also, I'll give the right margin as 5 pixels. Okay. So if this is not enough, we'll change it again. So this is how you have to do the trial and error method. You have to do it until and unless you get the desired outcome, right? Now it feels like a complete app, right? So if you want to give a title, right, to your screen, you can absolutely do that. Okay. So what I will do, above the image, I'll just add a label and I'll give the title. Okay. So let's just add a title. On this label, I will just write crop your image. Okay. And then we can just change this as crop title. Um, and then 30, font size is 30. So color, let's give a light green color or dark green color. Okay, this is good. Font weight, bold, and just go to this text style. Font family, let's say Roboto, better. And then I'll go to the simple properties. Now we can give top margin 5 pixels, bottom margin 5 pixels. Because you already for the image we gave 10 pixels on the top margin, right? So that's why I don't want to increase the gap. Even if you're not giving bottom margin, this works fine, right? I better that I will not give. And width also, let's give some 3 pixel border, radius 3 pixels, color light green color. Yeah, I think good. Solid is best. For now, I think this is good. Let's just click on live test. Yeah, now it has a title, it has all the components. It looks good now, right? So when I just click on take photo, wow, we can just change the width, we can change the height. Yeah, I think this looks good now, right? So this is all about the cropping tool. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, you can do let me know in the comment section below, right? So we'll again come back with another new app, right, in the next session. Okay. So this was all about our today's session and the cropping image tool, right? So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Folks Hub. Bye bye and have a great day, all. Thank you so much for watching this video.